Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. I want to continue the readings for all signs with starting with Gemini. I did Aries and Taurus in a previous video, so if those are your signs, feel free to go check those out. I wasn't able to complete the audio after Taurus. I'll be honest. Oh look, Gemini, the lovers, are you are. Sometimes the readings do make me very tired. There you are again, Queen of Swords, air sign, Gemini. All right, Gemini, definitely showing up, ready to go. Standing on your truth. Oh my God, I can't make this up. Standing on your truth. Now, here's the thing. I'm so grateful that the moon is in Aries, and I'll tell you why. Because it's hard to stay politically correct all the time. You know, you can't express your truth as well when you have to be mindful of being politically correct. When you're too conscientious of others, when you're too concerned for how you'll be received, how your message will come across, if you give it too much consideration, you lose sight of your message. But if you focus so much on just expressing yourself, you can get lost so much in the inspiration, so to speak, that you forget that you're being watched. You forget that there is an audience, and you may say some things in ways that it just came through that way, okay? But the uncomfortability of having to explain why it came out that way is dependent on how, you know, how integrous you are with your word, of course, and how important it is to you to be able to stand on what you say, you know what I mean? And basically not let yourself run away with words. But why did I say that to you? Oh yeah, because, well, Gemini. Oh wait, I didn't take out your little person. Give me a second. Your little person. Something about your, like, maybe your mini-me or something like that. Yes, this is you, Gemini. I was going to say this is the Gemini. Wow, very proper. Okay, hold that thought. So what I was saying about that the moon being in Aries right now is kind of a blessing for me, because it's going to allow me to speak without too much consideration for being politically correct, okay? If I could put it that way. But give me one moment. Geminianos. All right, let's talk about Geminis. I loves you, me, my Geminis. I say it that way because Aries and Gemini have a long life connection. Must be, because my first best friend was a Gemini, feminine, and my first boyfriend was a Gemini, masculine. Now, did either of those connections feel great to me all the time? Absolutely not. However, my initial dynamic with Gemini is the same pattern. It has been the same pattern, and maybe it's good that I'm talking about it, because perhaps it'll allow the damn connection to, I don't know, expand into maybe a new direction that I haven't seen before. That would be great, wouldn't it, Gemini? Okay, I want to get started on the cards, but damn it, I have to do this. Anyway, where were we? Where? I was going to say, where was I? Where were we? Okay. I, we, me, you. Back to where I was. Okay. Past, present, future. Here, there, everywhere. Who said that? In what movie? They're here. They're everywhere. Oh, so creepy, the way that it was said. But I don't know who said that. I can't remember. Okay. Oh, I know exactly where it was from. There was an episode on Charmed. Oh my god, I am so in this energy right now. But hold on. There was this episode on Charmed where Phoebe goes back in time. Phoebe is one of 3 sisters, the charmed ones. And she has like a past life experience with, I believe his name was Antoine. He was hot. At least back then I thought he was. But anyways, there was like a spell that was cast in the past life of these 2 lovers. And when she relived that memory, she saw herself as an extremely powerful witch. She saw her sisters were now her cousins. And there was something going on where she can't understand why are her present life sisters trying to kill her in a past life. Like, what was that about? So, Gemini, there could be a connection that you may have with someone or someone's, could be 2 people, that on some level you're realizing, holy shit, this is a past life connection, because I'm gravitated to them, I'm drawn to them, but you could tell there's some unresolved issues here. These unresolved issues are not from this lifetime, dear. They're from a past life. But anyways, let's go back to Phoebe real quick, because I love this story. So she goes back and she finds Antoine, this freaking sexy ass lover of hers, and she's like all into this energy, like, oh my god, this is delicious, I can't believe I got this man back here. All right, anyway, she's all up in the energy of this love affair, but she has to go back to figure out why did they cast the spell. She's realizing that it was a birthday spell. It was cast on like it was going to be the anniversary of her death or her birth. I don't know. It was going to be her birthday, I think, and that was the death of the other one. Something weird like that. Jesus, I forgot. But anyway, needless to say, they had to come up with a spell to be able to go back to the past and change shit up. And I'm not going to get all into that because I already lost track of why I even mentioned it. Why did I say that? Oh, the creepy old lady. Oh, Jesus. Okay, the creepy old lady. So in one of the moments, they had to bring the Phoebe from the past into their present. And the present Phoebe had to go to the past in order to change what was going on. But they had, if their plan didn't go as it was supposed to, the present day Phoebe would be stuck in that past and her past self would be in the present. So it's like a destiny swap kind of thing. Holy fudge. All right, so, oh my god, I hope I'm not boring you. Move, hurry up. Get to the love story. Listen, I don't know who's wanting the love story. There's masculine. That's like, I see him trying to fight his way to the front of the theater. Like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, he wants to take a look at her. Who's she? He's wondering, who is she? This person has been hurt and they're looking at her as somebody that can maybe help them get to this victory or help them heal into a victory. I don't know. All right, back to I'm sorry, Gemini. I don't direct spirit. Spirit directs me. And so when I intend to do a very basic reading for you, like I did with Aries and Taurus, I wanted to just do it the way I did that. And look at where we are right now. I still want to talk about Phoebe. That story. I have to finish it. Hold that thought. One moment. Agua. Get some water. Pure life, please. Okay, let me not say that because I'm not trying to promote any companies. I didn't mean that. But you know what I mean. Pure life is, I meant it like metaphysical, you know. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, in the switcheroo of present Phoebe going to the past and blah, 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 right? Meanwhile, she's in the past. Her sisters in the present are working with their spirit guide, Leo, their white lighter, who's trying to protect them. and help them get through whatever they got to get through for the spell to work, right? So Leo and Phoebe end up going to see a little to see this little old lady who was at the, I think they're called speakeasy, right? It was kind of like one of those little places in the 1920s, in the roaring 20s. I love the 20s. But anyways, she remembers during the fight with her cousins in the past life that the amulet that she was wearing was ripped off her neck and was taken off her neck. That's what she needed to go back in the past for. So she wants to confront that little girl from the past who is alive in present day, but she's an old lady now. So they don't know how much information they're going to get out of her, but they figure out, okay, let's go see her. By the time they get to her, Leo and Phoebe, they realize the little old lady, she's a shapeshifter. She's Antoine, her Phoebe's past lover, and he attacks them and kind of gets away with it, and then he's able to bring forth Phoebe from the past into the present. So now you have a toxic ass power couple in present time. Meanwhile, Phoebe may be stuck in the past and trying to get killed by, the cousins who think she's, the old version of her. Oh my God, is this keep upable? Because I feel like that's what the energy is expressing for this moment. Somebody might be, maybe you, I don't know. Maybe you're overthinking. That was the other thing, right? Didn't we talk about overthinking? Somebody's worried about a fallout. Let's see what card fell out. One moment. Oh. Queen of Swords. That's you. I don't know if you had a fallout, or maybe now, like, you're being called to the forefront. Oh, look at that, a victory. Oh my God, Gemini, this is beautiful. I feel like you're seeing your own victory. You're being praised for the victory. Okay, wait. I know. I didn't finish what I was saying, right? 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, a progression. Your success is it's gonna be a little challenging for you to, you're gonna have to defend or protect yourself from a lot of energy trying to either compete or, try to take you off your throne, so to speak. All right, whatever. You know how people say that. But anyways, where were we, folks? Back to the storyline. The creepy lady said that. She goes, they're here. They're everywhere. I don't know. It was something like, oh my God. Imagine I said this whole story and that wasn't even the episode where the lady said that. That shit would be hilarious to me. But it doesn't matter because the message comes through as it's supposed to. So take the energies as you will. But why did I tell you that? Creepy old lady. They're everywhere. Oh, maybe it's giving me the vibes of like maybe you're going. Okay, this is gonna be a little off track. You might encounter an older person and you're gonna notice that they're gonna be like a vessel for a messenger to give you a message. In other words, there was another episode I watched of another show, and it was kind of similar scenario where the person is kind of like doing what they do, like kind of in a meditative state, older person, quiet, but then suddenly their face just turns to you and says something so random that you wouldn't even expect, and you're like, you can almost tell like that wasn't you saying that, like who said that through you. And that's the energy that came through with that little old lady. But You know everything works out in the end, right? So you don't have to worry about it. Just telling you in terms of the Phoebe story, and it could be in terms of this dynamic. Back to the dynamic. The dynamic that you got with this person is toxic. Why did I do that? You know how they go, I don't know. Attitude. Somebody did I seriously just hear that? Somebody wants to throw hands? What the hell does that even mean? Okay, there's somebody who has a lot of feelings for you, Gemini. This person could be an Aquarius. This person could see you as a star. This person could see you like as everything. Like you're like their everything, right? Okay. Also be mindful. You could be being praised for protecting a love offer getting to a star, and you're worried about that. We have the Magician here. Worried about a magician is going to give to a young Page of Wands. A young fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Are you worried that somebody's going to give to a younger fire sign? I can... somebody that might be juggling or might be too much to handle. I don't think so. Alright? I think this person is managing pretty well. And it's going to grow. I mean, they're making... What did I just hear? Make $1 out of 50 cents. You know that game? What was that? Make $1 out of 50 cents. What game was that? Like when you were doing like eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Catch a tiger by the toe? No. Make $1 out of 50 cents. She missed like... Oh my god, what am I saying? There was like a game, a childhood game. But anyways, alright. I feel this for you, Gemini, perhaps, possibly, quite possibly. You could be receiving this praise, or you could be witnessing someone receiving a praise for protecting, for growing their victory. They got their victory. You got your victory. I don't know. This could be you or someone got this victory, and you're realizing there's like a nervous energy around this offer of love. The fear was maybe giving to this younger energy would be too much, but this younger energy can actually manage and grow this energy into something real and solid. Okay, so I feel like it's possible that maybe someone underestimated you. Maybe they didn't think that you could handle some bigger responsibility, or you couldn't manage to grow something to the extent that you grew it. Now, I do want to say, did I already talk about my Gemini, my Gemini, my Geminians in my life? How I started was my best friend, first boyfriend, and then my son, my eldest, and then my daughter are also Geminis, right? So that dynamic for me played out a lot of the past patterns, I guess you could say, of those two dynamics. My best friend energy, I noticed me and my daughter's interaction, so it's like that created a dynamic between me and my daughter that it's like, I see the pattern, I see that the energy came back in a new form, and I'm aware that, oh, I don't want this dynamic to play out like that dynamic played out. I want it to be a different, quality. And I try to, cultivate that. I did the same thing with my sons. You know, when I see his energy, it's not to say that it's not like an imprint of the past onto the present person. It's about realizing that those energies, those archetypes, those signatures, or those flows of connections, they have a pattern that where you connect with. I don't know, bro. I don't even know how the hell I'm explaining this right now. Why am I even trying? But anyways, when you heal those connections from the past through the present connection, or when you heal the present connection, because what you have is a present. In your present connection, what you heal, you also heal the past. You don't have to stay stuck in the past. I think that's what the metaphor was about. You don't get stuck in the past. You can retrace the past, and it gets corrected through the actions in the present with what you have in the present. Do you see why I get tired? Because it's like, I know, I'm over explaining probably. Alright. Did I say everything I needed to say for Gemini Spirit? Did I? Ha. Hold on. Oh. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make me. Let's talk about sex. What? I did not want to sing that song. Showing this card, why did that song? Alright, somebody wants to walk away, not discussing what they're thinking about. Why do I hear banging? I feel like somebody's, it's like rumbling under the foundation. Not, excuse me, I don't want to, that's, it's like a big ass dog running. But it's like it's coming from downstairs, and I can feel like through the foundation, it's like a trembling. What does that have to do with the Seven of Swords, Spirit? A Knight of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse. So it feels like somebody thought they got away with, it looks like maybe like, I don't want to call it blackmail, but you know, like giving money to someone to keep them quiet, to keep them from talking. That was healed, so it was like thwarted. It's like they didn't get away with it. But what does that have to do with then let's talk about sex? And then I want them not wanting to talk about sex. So there was a King of Pentacles, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that was trying to either give someone some money in order to get them to not communicate, to get them to not say anything, to keep their betrayal silent. I don't know. But there was some kind of balancing out or healing in a competition of some sort. A competition in love. This is what's behind a Queen of Swords. This could be behind you, Gemini. There was some sort of offer for somebody not to speak upon a betrayal of some sort, but there was some kind of like balancing out of a competition when it came to this dynamic. Oh, maybe the offer was to keep, for someone to keep quiet in order for things to be able to heal in terms of competition when it comes to love. Somebody thought they got away with doing that, but maybe you see right through it. I think you're standing I think you're standing on your truth. You know, you're gonna be you. You're gonna you're gonna be happy. You're going to celebrate. Like, you're true to yourself. That's what I'm getting from this. Actually, I'm not getting typical Four of Pentacles energy. I'm just getting like you stand on who you are. You hold on tight to what's yours. You can be very possessive about like whatever you put your mind on, whatever's in your heart, you stand on that. And I feel like maybe somebody thought that they were going to take from you something. They thought they thought they could get away, but you're like, you just put it behind you. Maybe they thought you wouldn't recognize that there was competition for your love. Maybe somebody didn't expect that you were healed from betrayal, so they couldn't bribe you. I'm just giving out the energies, I mean, and all possibilities that I can think of that this could mean for you, because obviously it's a collective energy and there's many storylines that can play out, right? So anyway, Gemini, someone is feeling left out, and I feel like they want you to know, because it's like they want, how do I put it? It's like, you know, like if you were like in a movie like not even a movie theater, like you're watching TV and somebody just like walks across your TV and then they do it again, and you're like, clearly, what do you want? You want my attention? Okay, what do you want? Somebody wants your attention. They feel left out. They want some they want some of you. They want you to give to them. They want you to nurture them, love them, give them affection, or maybe they just want to be that way with you. Okay, take the energies as you will, Gemini. This could be maybe it's that younger earth sign. Maybe the person is actually like Queen of Pentacles energy, but was acting in a Knight of Pentacles energy. In other words, their actions were juvenile, but their energy is, you know, they are mature, but I guess they had a weak moment. Who knows? Something to that effect. They're feeling left out. Something. Okay, that's your reading, Gemini. I think that's all, folks. Moving on to Cancer energy. See, I'm already feeling a little bit tired. Cancer, you're feeling magnetic, aren't you? Let's see. Let's take a little moment. Break time. Hold that thought, folks. Hold that thought. What's going on with Cancer energy? All right, Cancer, here we go. Alrighty. Cancer, you could be dealing with your opposite energy, Capricorn. Or, hold on, I need something here. Oh, somebody needs something here. They need you to fix something. They need you to clear something up. They need you to open up. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Hold on. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Okay. You might go off on this person. I heard you might blow up. You're trying to stay focused on your money and a new beginning. Okay. All right, wait. It's hard to do like 3 things at once, folks. It really is. Who's saying that to you, Cancer? It's hard. Are you overwhelmed? Do you feel like you're doing a lot? Is somebody, do you feel maybe suppressed? Or does somebody feel that way? I feel like you're happy. I feel like you got justice because you were able to see things from a different perspective. So maybe that energy is someone else. Let's see. I feel like you were not pleased with an offer. You're very content where you are with yourself. There's a lot of competition going on in terms of like spiritual matters or religious matters. Like your energy's here, the moon. Like you know that these people are lunatics, or that they're kind of like, they're not very practical. They don't communicate clearly. But I feel like you know what real happiness looks like, and you're not going to overburden yourself. Like you choose to invest in what matters to you. And a lot of people just seem to argue over money matters, over what you have. Somebody sees what you've created and they want to give you something. You're like trying to see ahead of the illusion in a sort of way. You've seen too much betrayal from this, either this cult, this religion. You ended a situation because you healed from, I don't know, it seems like you healed from a groupthink, a church, organization. You protected yourself emotionally. That's why you're able to give, because you put an end to a vicious cycle. That had you feeling controlled. You're open to a new opportunity, but there's a lot of anxiety around what's to come in terms of stability. Even if you are managing to keep yourself calm, I feel like there's like a tower that you I feel like you anticipate a tower with a King of Cups, or maybe a Page of Wands. I'm getting like a family dynamic. I'm getting where the mother is mostly in charge. There's a young child that always pleads to the father. The father is kind of like very stoic. Even though he's very caring, the child has a great connection with the father. The mother allows this connection. In other words, the mother's very, I don't want to say that she's in charge in the way like, like she wears the pants. No, it's just she's given her rightful place at home. This could be you, Cancer. Like you can sit in your throne, so to speak, looking at this situation very proud. Or maybe you're realizing, the relationship that your children have with their father, or your child might have with their father. Something about a tower. There's love after loss, I heard. I don't think this has to do with you, because you're showing up kind of at peace with things. But maybe there was some situation. Why am I getting this? I'm getting kind of like could it be maybe like a first heartbreak, young heartbreak, and the little boy is asking, and I say little boy, it could be a young man, asking his dad for advice. You know, and it's heartbreaking, but I feel like you're allowing that to kind of unfold. Because you know there's going to be love after loss. That's why you're at peace. It's like you want your child to trust their intuition so that they're not stuck in their head. So maybe that's what you're kind of looking at. You know, you want this to stabilize. I feel like maybe it's more about your concern for someone that's young in your life, or someone that looks up to you, or someone that sees you as independent. It could even be, quite honestly, it could even be an emperor dealing with an independent child that's already an adult. That could be like another storyline. Like Cancer, I feel like you might be dealing with other people. I don't want to say other people's problems, but I feel like a lot of people depend on you, like, or have offloaded on you a lot of the things. It could be an emperor with with an independent daughter, is how I heard. It could be a father with a younger son. So the emperor with the daughter, could be that this daughter's gonna have a new beginning, and maybe, this father's helping. This father helps. I feel like this father might help financially, but feels like he has to walk away emotionally in order for him to have a new beginning. It could be this. I'm just telling you how I see it, Cancer. You might be getting a lot of people, giving you their concerns. Meanwhile, you're trying to just focus on your own finances and your new beginning. But the truth is, you're very passionate. You're very passionate, and you love to help people. You're very inspiring too. Extremely inspiring. You have a lot of love for people. Okay, so I see that you are going to move away, though, from a soulmate. Oh, no. Sorry. Let me say this correct, because the way it started is not the way it's ending. It was like in reverse, and now it's corrected. Moving towards a soulmate who loves you. See, like, you don't know the whole truth. You may have walked away assuming something, but now your intuition is telling you something different in regards to, like, something. I feel like there might be a King of Wands that's very attracted to you, okay? King of Wands is very attracted to you. Very attracted to your intuitive nature, especially. Very much driven by your truth. Oh my God, stop it. King of Wands. Why do you do that to me? Let me tell you, Cancer, this King of Wands could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And if it's not that energy, this person is just very, very, like, they have a very magnetic presence. Like, you feel their attraction for you very much. I think that's the only thing that can get you out of focus for a little while. I feel that trembling again. It seems like it's like running. Like, I feel like a lot of running. Alright, well, I think did I go through these cards already? No, maybe no. Hold on. So we have the Star here in reverse for this new beginning. Like, you cannot start this new beginning until you're fully in your star power, number one, but secondly, fully healed. That you are fully released of all the old that was, of who you thought you were. Hold on. Okay, I gotta go, folks. Services are being rendered. Bye.